Welcome to the Recap Lunch Hour for Thursday. It's the NBA trade deadline. It's Guff with you. It's all brought to you by Hooters, originalhooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations nearest you. Order.hooters.com. Have it delivered straight to your office, straight to the front door. You want to slide by, pick it up after work. I would really suggest, though, you get your wing orders in for Super Sunday. Be the hit of your party. Bring Hooters wings. If you get the order in before Sunday, you can get orders in right now at your local Hooters. Pick them up before 3 o'clock. Get a 20% coupon for your next visit. Give a little something to the party. Get a little something in return. I love it. What is going on with the Chicago Bulls? The Chicago Bulls are trading everybody. The NBA trade deadline is at 2 p.m., so we're coming up on it. And, folks, I went from going like, love this AK to what is going on? I mean, I don't really know what to say right now because the IO trade's the one that stings. You've traded for a 14 second-round picks, I think they have now. 14 second-round picks. You're 2 years too late on a plan that should have been instituted 2 years ago, so we could be looking at this draft right now thinking, what might be? Instead, here we are. Here we are. We will have a live NBA trade deadline Bulls recap podcast, Joe Colley, 4 p.m. That'll be after AK speaks. 2 o'clock's the deadline. AK speaks at 3:30. We'll go live at 4 o'clock. The real Phil Simms. Dillingham is a decent piece, but there's a lot more work to do. It's time to be a serious contender in the East. But I think Io was a player you could have built with, not around, built with Josh Giddey. But now you're going to have to pay more to keep some of these guys who are free agents that you've got in return. It's real sad that it's taken this long for the Bulls to finally start making moves. That part I agree with. Truly validated the fact all Jerry cared about was making sure the seats were filled in the UC. Joe was really good the other day on the podcast, and he's going to be great again. It sounds like there's some heat coming from Wes Madison on the seat of AK, which may be the reason he's acting so desperate, is that he's actually feeling pressure for once. No wonder people called them a civic embarrassment. Can you blame them? Cap's absolutely right when he says it's the worst run organization in sports. Landon, Bucks are keeping Giannis through the trade deadline. Not all that crazy. He's got 2 years left on his deal, and if teams are trying to fleece the Bucks to get Giannis, the Bucks don't have to do that to keep Giannis happy. They can go into the offseason with a lot more teams and a lot more flexibility to figure out. Jurassic Park seems a more appropriate film reference to describe the Bulls' activity. That is one big pile of shit, Jeff Goldblum. Brett, hey, Guff, should the Bulls tank the rest of the year? They trade Io to the Minnesota Timberwolves. They should get Giannis in a big trade today. Brett, that is not happening. So it's Giddey and Modest and a bunch of you-know-what for the Chicago Bulls. So we'll see what happens. Eric, in your honest opinion, with all these second-round picks the Bulls are getting, do you think they'll become relevant at some point, or are you optimistic? I'm optimistic because they finally recognized the fact that they had to trade. I'm not optimistic that this is the front office that can do anything about it. Look at their their draft history. I agree with you regarding Cap being absolutely right about the worst ran organization in Chicago sports, and it's true in my opinion. Honestly, don't know if Giannis is getting traded by the deadline. It doesn't sound like it. The Bucks have come out and said that. Framber Valdez signs with the Tigers, a 3-year deal. Potent 1-2 punch with Tarek Skubal. Could see them both at least dominate the White Sox this year, something many teams will do this year. Again, you're just a shit starter. Like, Framber Valdez is a really good, I think it's really good for the Detroit Tigers when Framber Valdez, to me it says, okay, and they said this today publicly, they're in it to win it. They're not trading. Everyone's like, well, this is their replacement for Skubal. They're keeping both. What happens to Skubal next year, we will see, certainly. But for right now, the way that they've ponied up, not just in their rotation, but in their bullpen with back-end pieces, the Tigers are acknowledging the fact, Phil, that the AL Central is wide open. And theirs to win, really. It's not even wide open. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Pre-order your Super Bowl apps and entrees with Hooters. I'm telling you, get the wings. It's all about the wings. What's the latest I have on Zach Gallen? It still sounds like the Cubs are leaders in the clubhouse. I wonder how the Valdez deal will impact this signing at all. He's not on the quality of Framber Valdez. I mean, there's really nothing to say about that. But spring training's next week. I mean, let's figure it out. Framber Valdez 5-3 with a career 3.00 ERA against the Chicago White Sox, to your point. Kyle, happy Friday Eve. Too bad this wasn't the year for the Bulls to do the purge. AKME are always a day late and a dollar short. Fire them both. Dominating win by the Illini last night by 40. Big game Saturday against Michigan State. I'm telling you, you guys know I'm not a big Illini guy, but I'm a believer. I flipped that game on last night. It was already a 40-point game at the time I turned it on. Watched my guy Kendall Gill's son Phoenix get a little PT in the back end, freshman. But gosh almighty, Illinois is tough. A lot of great shooters. They move the ball really well. They could be a force. They can knock down big shots. They could get a 1 seed. They really could. Illinois showed a little brother who still owns them take that Northwestern. Michigan State will be playing mad after that call last night in Minnesota. Illini need to be on their game. No, I think Tom Izzo calling out. There was some cheap stuff going on in that game. Cheap. And I'm telling you, I forgot the, here, where's it at? I was pulling up the story for you guys earlier. But what's going on? Tom Izzo's threatening to bench. Where is it at? Threatens to bench Fears after the Tech and the Michigan State loss. And I love it. Has got to grow up a little bit. That's what he said. Tom Izzo ain't messing around. Blackhawks are off until late this month. Hopefully they regroup, get healthy, make a run after the Olympic break. Hopefully they're all coming back healthy. Kyle, I got to miss Io playing for the Bulls. Silver lining for the deal is that you shipped out Julian Phillips. Now, if only someone will be willing to take P-Will. No, that won't happen, though. P-Will was at shoot-around. He had just addressed the media. Funny how P-Will's become the go-to guy to talk to now. For our guy Joe Cowley and Casey Johnson, etc. Because no one's taking that contract on. And now, who is playing tonight for the Bulls? We'll get to that. You might know where I'm leading you in the bet of the day. It's the time of the year with the NHL in full swing. The NCAA tournament is about a month away or so, and MLB right around the corner. A lot of excitement is going to happen in sports. No doubt about it. Becky says she's got her ear to the ground. They really want Matt Shaw. I think a lot of teams would like Matt Shaw, Becky. What are you giving up? I don't think Matt Shaw's going anywhere by next week. Some friends keep telling me Boston really wants him. I thought he has like 6 years of team control. Exactly. Well, no dental appointment for Becky today, so we get her instead. I think that's a better win for us. What's your must-watch event for Olympics coming up? Definitely all in on hockey. Yeah, probably hockey. The Winter Olympics don't really grab me that much, so probably hockey. There's my guy, Rick. Many power poles were knocked down by high wind, and there were thousands and thousands of people without power to the winter frost. Many people experienced low temperatures. People had to wear winter coats because it went below 70. Rick, with all due respect, we love you. Do we really need Gallen? As many great pitchers as you can have, Becky, is a win. As many great pitchers. Sam, I honestly don't care what we get back in the Bulls, these trades. I'm just happy the Bulls are finally picking a direction. It just sucks it took this long. I think we all agree with that. Lip, looks like the Bulls should hold an open tryout at this point. Wait till the bet of the day, Lip. I know you don't like betting NBA. NBA now recognizes Alex Bregman as one of baseball's elite third basemen entering the season. I don't think it's just MLB. I think a lot of people would. He got the big contract to match it. USA women hockey routing Chechnya 5-1. Tigers signed Framber Valdez 3 for $115. I know you're not a soccer guy, but will you tune in for the World Cup? Lip, that I will do. To watch the U.S. likely flop, I do get behind the big ones. It's good to watch with friends who are football fans because it makes it more exciting. It's tough to watch when you're with a bunch of people who feel the same way about soccer the other times. Becky says the Rays have released renderings of the new proposed ballpark in Tampa's West Shore district. in Hillsborough County's Dale Mabry campus. It looks beautiful, by the way. So you guys think the Cubs won't trade Shaw? I don't think that they're trading Shaw at any point prior to the year. I'll put it that way. Matt, if only the Bulls could trade P. Will and 2 or 3 second-round picks to any team for nothing in return, it'd be the best trade ever. Just getting out from underneath the salary, 100%. But I don't think any team's dumb enough to do that. Can we trade AK? Pablo, I think in the coming year plus, that could be done, my friend. You're welcome. Love you, love you, love you. Al, Bulls got nada for their team. I'm telling you, Al might be playing tonight for the Bulls. Pablo, unfortunately, this isn't the NFL like when Al Davis traded Gruden to Tampa. Wish they could, though. Second-round picks, second-rate team. That's what happens when you wait too long. Who's trading first-round picks in this upcoming draft for what the Bulls have in talent? Waste Management Bet, get them in at this price. Max Homa to win 100 to 1. Daniel Berger to win 60 to 1. Lip, you know what I do on these? I take the picture of the bet. As I mentioned about ordering your wings from Hooters, you can do that right now. Say, I'm going to pick them up Sunday. You should do that right now. Kyle, which team sells more tickets at this point? The Bulls or the Windy City Bulls? Or does it really matter? The Windy City Bulls, tough draw as well. The Bulls probably have already, because they already have in tickets sold. Lip Ripper's prediction for the Central. Tigers, Guardians, White Sox, Royals, Twins. I definitely agree with those first and back end. We'll see what happens. The Royals are a weird team. I like that, though, Lip. I think that looks probably about what I'd sign up for. Supreme Productions. What up, Guff? The IO trade was vastly underwhelming. I want AKME and Billy D fired. Billy Donovan. I don't know why he gets thrown into this. He's a really good coach for a really terrible lineup. Can't wait for the end of season presser. Joe Cowley better grill their asses off with tough questions. Fire everybody. Joe will be with us at 4 p.m. today. Trade deadline special. Bulls Recap podcast. It'll be after AKME or AK meets the media. NL Central. Lip says Brewers, Pirates, Cubs, Reds, Cardinals. I think the Cubs are going to win that division. I'm with Becky on that one. Thanks for the members-only Q&A with Katie. Looking forward to the next one. Take that. You're welcome, Kyle. Can't possibly have faith in AKME. Will properly identify the right players. I have zero faith Billy D will properly develop them. Just clean house already. Everyone must go. I think Billy's likely to stay around. No shot. Pittsburgh's better than the Cubs. They have had a good offseason, but they're not better than the Cubs. What's going on? Clyde, Godfather's a college basketball snoozer. This is his time. I think this is when Godfather goes into hibernation. Landon, I wouldn't give up a first for Crosby. The Mac trade to the Chargers netted the Bears a second rounder. Mac was 30, Crosby 29. Both players had an injury their previous season. Watch our guy Nicholas Moriano's take on this on the channel right now. He believes, from what he's hearing, the package to acquire Max Crosby is insane. That's right. The package to acquire Max Crosby would be bigger than Micah Parsons. And if that's the case, no thank you. Dwayne, Cubs must get a closer. Cubs starting rotation is good, but if Steele can come back near what he was before the injury, the starting five can be best in majors. And Steele's not due to come back for quite a while. Eric, I'd rather have Trey Hendrickson because you don't have to, it's just money. I would rather have money or you develop. That's it. Can we see the Tampa Bay Rays proposed ballpark luxury? Well, I don't have the rendering in my program right here, but here you go, my friend. Look at that beautiful thing. Here you go. Tampa Bay, this is the shot that looks really good right there. So there you go, Clyde. Don't say you haven't been heard. Open tryouts for the Bulls. Guff, dust off your pump-up Reeboks. This guy was on the practice squad for the Fab Five. I definitely had the pumps, Pablo. I got the heart. Would you go to Bears games if they moved to your neck of the woods? Hell yeah. I know it's for Clyde. Kurt, I like watching the Olympics, but the bidding process to be awarded the summer and winter games is like World Cup soccer. Dirty backroom deals, money grab for Olympic Committee, and that's just why I see. I totally agree. 3 Northwest Indiana Hooters locations in close proximity if the Bears do land over that way. And that is a very, very true statement there from Landon. Could you imagine what those Hooters would be doing if the Bears landed in Northwest Indiana? It is a great place to watch the game. Great food, cold beer, iconic Hooters girls. And if you're going to Super Bowl parties, folks, Be the cool person that shows up with the wings in hand. You can put the order in right now, even if you don't know what you're doing yet on Super Bowl Sunday. Say you want to go to a house party. Bring wings. Call ahead right now. If you get your order in and pick them up by 3 p.m. on Sunday, 20% coupon, 20% off coupon for your next visit. I mean, good luck finding that. So make sure you pound the pavement. I'm hitting this special hard all week before we start talking about all the other cool things that Hooters has for college basketball leading into March, which is when our next appearance will be at Hooters. Hooters, proud partner of the Recap and the Recap Lunch Hour. OriginalHooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland near you. Order.hooters.com if you would like to order it delivered straight to your door. Eric says, if I did try to go after Crosby, I'd give up 1 first rounder, a 3rd rounder, and a player, either DJ Moore or Jervon Dexter. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Melvin says, this isn't even tanking. This is stupidity. I think there's a little bit of both going on there, Melvin. I don't disagree, and welcome to the chat. Appreciate you being here. Lip, Billy D needs to go back to college. I don't think Billy D. Lip wants to get involved at this point in his life in the NIL and pay. I just don't. I think he wants to be secure in the NBA, doesn't want to recruit, and I don't blame him. Clyde says he'd rather go to Chicago to see the Bears, even if it's in his backyard. Lip, you just want him back in Gainesville. Melvin, the thing that's pissing me off is you have Bulls fans celebrating, yay, we're tanking. Do they not see the roster construction he's done? No first-round picks at all. To think a tank is saving us. Melvin, I kind of like the idea of having a comment of the day, my friend. That's really, really astute and really well said. Ellie, I'm sick and tired of the Bulls. Wish the White Sox, I'll make the playoffs, I hope. Well, let's hope. I hate the Gators, but it would be great for Billy D to coach players who care. He's a great coach. He is a great coach. He gets lumped into this, and I was saying that earlier to the people like, oh, fire Billy Donovan. I'm going like this. Billy Donovan didn't sign Patrick Williams to a 5-year extension. He didn't draft Noah Senge. I don't know. AK should be fired, extension or no extension. Total mismanagement for years. You don't get a pat on the back for fixing your own screw-ups. Agreed. But we do know that Jerry Reinsdorf will not buy out multiple years on deals. However, he will pay off a 1 year, which would put AK through this year into next and then hot as hell. The monster package is a hard no. Lip, I went to Sox Rays game in 2023 in Tampa, and the old stadium was a dump. Saw Pedro Grifol in warm-ups and told him he stinks. Boss Stone, I get this is a rebuild with the Bulls, but how do you let AKME run this back again? Do you trust him? Absolutely not. Supreme, tell me why Billy D's a great coach. What has he done? He's had a hand in some of these decisions that were made. No way AKME gives P. Will that contract without Billy approval. They can't pick talent. I understand what you're saying, but I do think AKME's thought P. Will was the diamond in the rough for you. Billy is a good coach. It's not being used. Look, they wouldn't have gone 5-0 this year without Billy being a good coach. He's in the Hall of Fame, and I know a lot of people are like, well, it's for what he did in college, and the Basketball Hall of Fame is a little bit different. He had not missed the playoffs, I think, with Oklahoma City before he'd come over here. Billy's a good coach. He does not have a lot there. For years going back to 21, AKME had traded Daniel Gafford and still refused to this day to get defensive size to replace it. Rim protection, trades, draft, free agency. What does he do? Get more guards. Melvin might be our Bulls insider here. Terry, Noah, injured, but was considered a project. I'm just done. The Bulls' frustration should and is fair. Michael, I'm embarrassed I ever loved the Bulls. None of you should be embarrassed that you love the Bulls because Michael Jordan made us love them. But that's how bad this front office is, allergic to first-round picks. Certainly not allergic to second rounders. They'll probably end up selling them off like they normally do anyway. Landon, it's been a minute, but I've been to a Hooters. I'm going to have to visit the River North location. It's been a minute since I've been to that one. NBA second-round picks might as well be a scratch-off ticket. Bulls first-round picks might as well be too. DJ Moore has spoken on the final play versus the Rams. Ooh, I have not seen that, Landon. Here, just a miscommunication. I got to attack it the next time we got something like that and just go from there. Okay. I don't really know what you're expected to hear from him at this point. Any luck with sponsorship we talked about yesterday? Not disclosing who, as that's for members only. Just join the crew, people. Let's go. I haven't gotten an email. But that's okay. Hey, Guff, should the Bulls... oh, no, they're not getting... Brett, they're not getting Giannis. Godfather, tell Warren to knock down the Joliet Mall. It's a dump anyway. Build a stadium there. It's right off I-55, I-80, and there's a Hooters right there. Also Godfather right there. P. Will at FSU was not outstanding, so I don't know what they saw. Ceilings, Lip. They love ceilings. Big fan of ceilings. You know what's funny? Is that they never see the floor until they get to the Bulls. Angel. I hope I'm saying it right. Is it Angel or Angel? Because I want to make sure that I give it credit. Hooters for the win and a cold Modelo. Wonder what the Bulls are going to do with all those guards and second-round picks. I agree the Bears should kick the tires on Trey Hendrickson, keep the picks. Does Valdez going to Detroit help or hurt Gallen to the Cubs? I don't think it hurts. Monsters package. Monsters in the morning. I'm not sure how many of you were around for the 2009 one-year run of Monsters in the Morning. Yours truly was behind the scenes on that guy, my guy Joe. Want to know why Billy is a good coach? He's got the team to play in games. Yeah, this team to play in. That's, Michael, that's exactly what I was trying to say earlier. Thanks, Landon. Sure, he wanted to get out of the way. It's not an off-season distraction. How is Reinsdorf not embarrassed by his own front office? From what I'm hearing, it sounds like he's actually throwing his hands up. He's getting involved. That's what I'm hearing. Travis, Bulls fans talking about Giannis. Let it go, my brothers. Agreed. It's not happening. Sichuan, what's up? Late to the party, but still had to say hi. What's up, my man? Melvin, thank you. And last thing I wanted to say, Bulls have officially just treated both Chicago natives like shit. First Derrick Rose, now I would assume that's what they feel about us. They gave him a pretty good jersey retirement ceremony. Are the Bulls copying what the Nets did a year ago? Another great organization to follow, AK, dumpster fire. Rick, I'm sorry, but I think AK milked it a bit too long. You can't say he didn't give the players enough of a chance to become players or the team they should have become. Players have lives too. That's true. They never added to make this thing better. If Billy didn't agree with the decisions, then why not voice that and demand that what he does or what he does or what he suggests or else? I'm a firm believer he's complicit in these moves. I don't trust him. That's fair. That's fair. Giddey, Ivy, Modest, Noah, and a center are the core. Maybe Dillingham is sixth man. Do you have a puke bucket handy for that, Travis? Do you? Valdez to Detroit hurts the White Sox. The White Sox aren't trying to win the division this year. Felicio are coming. I can see. In other words, another play-in team. If that, Travis, will you have Chuck on a Sox podcast before opening day? Hey, Lip, did you season one? I'm sorry, the opening episode of this season, season 2, is me and Chuck. I don't know if you saw that one. So I had Chuck on about 8 weeks ago. Not to say we're going to do more. We're definitely going to do more together. I saw Chuck last week. Looks, the Bulls will not be relevant until after the 2030 season. Just completely tank and do a rebuild because the Bulls are going nowhere. Then you got to fire AK as soon as possible if that's the case. Reinsdorf actually has a hand in the organizational decisions. Thought he believed in everything the front office does. Sell the team, says Kyle. That's what I'm hearing. Panthers, Lightning, over 5.5. Don't want to say it and jinx it, but 3-0 last NHL plays. Yeah, Lip has been the hot hand here. Lip is a hot hand here. Speaking of bet of the day, I know that Lip doesn't like. When yesterday, Sam Houston State, that was a flop. They barely got the win. They were 10.5-point favorites. Flop city. So we've lost a couple here in February. Aggression. We don't like that after a hot January. Okay, tell me, I'm being honest here. This is a line that makes no sense. Who's even playing for the Bulls? They got the Raptors at 6:30 on Prime. Raptors, who are in the playoffs right now, laying 8.5? Yes, please. The Bulls have been trailed by 20 or more in 2 straight games. And that was before the blow-up. It's the first time they've done that since the 60s. We're getting 8.5 for the game. We're lit all in. This is uncomfortable all in. 8.5? I'm going NBA today, Lip. Whether you like it or not, laying the 8.5 in Toronto against the Bulls tonight. It's forcing P. Will to show his colors. Let's go. Saw it was just you two together on a podcast is the best for us Sox fan. I appreciate that. We had a blast doing it, all those deals. Doug wants to know Valdez to Detroit and enhance Skubal to the Cubs. Not this year. I mean, they're in it to win it. Maybe later. Bulls and Cubs 2032. Right? The English version. Angel. Thank you, man. So now I get to say it the way it's supposed to be said. They don't have the front office to put a championship team together. Word to the wise, get your colonoscopy early. Preventative maintenance. I have to go in for more work. Not fun. Godfather, we're with you. I had my colonoscopy earlier this year, as you all know. I did the show that day. Clean bill of health. Do what you're supposed to be done. Preventative maintenance. That's what we do here on the lunch hour. We look out for each other. Godfather, keep us posted. Sam Houston shit the bed last night. Raptor spread should be 50.5. It makes no sense. I have a feeling after the show is over, they're going to take it off. You and Garfine before opening day on the Recap Sox podcast. Sounds like we're getting multiple cues for it. Seems like easy. It's scary. I don't like NBA easy money. Now, if the Bulls hang with an 8.5 tonight, that'll, like, all of you who don't think Billy Donovan's a good head coach, like that should prove it. Pockets are still fat. Let's ride again, Top Guff. If you want to look at just 2026 so far, we're 14-8. Pockets are definitely fat. Add Guff, besides the 8.5, are you laying what other NBA games? That's the one I'm playing tonight. Like, I'm not a big fan of betting the NBA because of all the fourth quarter BS that happens. I'm gonna have some Super Bowl plays for you tomorrow. But 8.5, God bless it. I don't understand it. 8.5 is our play of the day. Okay. Okay. Like, I'm with Lip. It feels a little too easy. There's no such thing as easy money in this game. Dog of the day brought to you by partnership with Pause for Patrick, helping over 30,000 adolescents facing mental health challenges since 2020. Today's dog of the day, you've seen her before, Riley Pancakes. Riley Pancakes loves to nap in the sunshine. God, I can't wait for that to happen. Your dog could be dog of the day if you email me at recapoffice@gmail.com. I got one yesterday. I'll be prepping for this program. So we'll have a new dog of the day coming from you, the fan. And your dog of the day, your dog can be featured as dog of the day, like Lucy was, like Frankie was, not all that long ago. You can help Pause for Patrick's life-changing mission. Yes, you can help. $1, $2, $5, anything you can do to contribute. They want to put therapy dogs in mental health facilities full-time, not for an hour a day, not for a stop by. Hey, look at the thing. Full-time. You can do that by texting RECAP25 at 44321. RECAP25 to 44321. Couple more here before we sign off. If the Bulls win, Billy D should win Coach of the Year. See? Like, literally, Lip. I mean, how many times do we have to say it, my friend? Sichuan, I'm coming off my FanDuel sabbatical starting now. Yeah. Let's be careful. Pay your mortgage, then get the bet in. If the Bulls score 60, Billy is great. See what I mean? Like, Billy's going to get some votes tonight. Guff, Super Bowl's a few days away. Who you got? I'm going Seattle to win because I want the Vikings fans to see they should not have let Darnold walk. There's some very heavy numbers that are favoring the New England Patriots. I'm going to give you some of those stats. I have some today. Do you know 14 of the last 18 underdogs have covered the Super Bowl? 14 of the last 18. I said in the description of the show, I'd give you a nugget. I got more nuggets for you. Tomorrow, can Riley suit up? Riley Pancake suit up for the Bulls tonight. Probably need a Riley. I wonder what her favorite treat is. Yeah, right, this one. Pancakes is back. With the tremendous influence of betting lines, can we really trust NBA results? I know there's some. Look at the Bulls team tonight. On February 15th, this broadcast partner and MLB Hall of Famer Pat Hughes will be at the First Source Bank Performance Center for a fundraiser for the South Bend Cup. Really cool. Melvin, P.S. I wouldn't mind being a guest to you one day as an insider. I'll be respectful. Also, what do you think of the Kyle Tucker situation? Do you think he was ever happier? I think he was happier, but it was always going to be about money at the end of the day. Melvin, keep on coming back, dude. We love having you. Love all the NBA insight that you gave us about the Bulls. Speak your mind, man. That's what this show's all about. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We will be with you at 4 o'clock, a Bulls Recap Podcast special edition, live edition here on the program. We'll have Joe Colley. I'm sure I'll hop in and join him too. He will make sense of all of the trades that the Bulls have done. And he'll have fresh thoughts about AK because he will just have gotten off the horn with his thoughts after the NBA trade deadline. Guff, you should think about members only call-in. Well, you guys have to pop up here. I've talked about that. I don't mind that, maybe, especially in this time where we're going to be transitioning from football into the next sports, doing God's work, watching the Bulls. I got you tonight. Nothing I'd rather do on a Thursday night, Lip, than sit back and watch the Chicago Windy City Bulls. Did MJ approve Ivy using his number? LOL, just kidding. Yeah, I think we know that that's not happened. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great rest of your day. Go to Hooters, originalhooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations near you. Order.hooters.com. Do that now. Get your wing order in now so you're the cool person, the cool guy or the cool gal who walks into the Super Bowl party. And then you also have the 20% off coupon for your next visit. Do it, folks. We do it every day. Tomorrow, I should have asked, 1 o'clock or 12:30. I think we'll do 1 o'clock tomorrow. 1 o'clock tomorrow, the Friday edition. Have a great rest of your day.